Hello, and welcome once again. Nice to see you. Nice to be with you today. Today I'm going to talk about American culture and American morality and the great values and principles that have encompassed American morality and how it is so very tied to the progress in any society and the sustainment of any economic system. And then I'm going to talk about the dangers of relying upon the government for your sustenance. Not a good thing. Well, our shared American society, like all communities of people, operates within the compass of its moral principles and values. Because of the underlying principles and values embedded in our American culture and our, yes, brilliant liberty-protecting Constitution, we remain a nation of free association that rewards merit and voluntary endeavor. In our capitalist economic system, we have accepted the necessity for industrial leadership directed by a comparative few, allowing our industrial production to be managed privately has not brought about the subjection of the many. It has led to better conditions for all. This is because the services of ability have been incentivized and rewarded. People are always persuaded and motivated by their incentives. Yet, given the wonderful history of our free economic system, the liberal progressives declare their readiness to efface and dismantle our capitalist economic system. They would eliminate the synergy and cooperation between labor and those who employ labor in making economic decisions. Instead, they will put bureaucratic central planners in charge of the economy. They lecture us about our civic duty and demand social justice. They demand reparations for victims of past capitalist oppressions and tyrannies. They demand we take much more from the rich and redistribute it to the poor under their equality and equity and fairness agendas. They try and punish and re-educate those who oppose their ideas and demands with their woke cancel culture and critical race theory. These people are ill-informed and misinformed and dangerous fools. They must never be given the power to inflict their hideous, regressive agenda on us. We must not let this happen. Don't we all want a peaceful and prosperous country and dignified and honorable citizens to live next to us? Of course we do. Everyone does. You know, truly, it is natural for anyone to seek greater prosperity and security for himself or herself and their families. However, when one's necessities for living are obtained from government handouts, it somewhat despoils those necessities and stifles other and higher aspects of oneself. Spiritual aspects, moral aspects. This government largesse often stifles a person's innate talents and their natural inclination to improve themselves through their own striving. It leads inevitably to a more general poverty and a descent into less moral ways of conducting oneself. The progressive demand for government entitlements and an absolute social equity in everything is ruinous, not only to individual material advancement, but also, most critically and most importantly, it is ruinous also to the moral improvement of the individual soul, the ultimate purpose of life, the pathway to happiness, the pathway to everything good. Yes. Too many examples, too much history supports what I have just said. The pathway to happiness does not lie in government handouts. It lies in the dignity of finding one's own independent life and creating a wonderful future for your very own self, your spiritual soul, your eternal, ineffable being, that temple of life that lives in our innermost being. Wow. It's a loving source. Truly it is. It's a wondrous love one feels when one is in touch with one's true spiritual nature and spiritual self. Let's hope we all spend more time in our inner temple. The inner temple where God resides in us. His love pours forth from that temple. Great stuff. Well, that's it for today. I'm ending on this wonderful and glorious note. I love you all. I'll see you in the next episode. I think we'll be up to episode 59. Goodbye.